you will do more damage psychologically. It's going to be more impactful than losing the money in the account, because you'll create scar tissue in your learning, in your perception about what it is that you're doing and about yourself. You'll create scar tissue, and scar tissue doesn't have elasticity, so you can't grow easily. It's painful to grow, and that's what happens when you do the wrong thing with toxic mindset and you try to progress. You're limited, and that's why people many times quit, because they can't get past it. You have to tear through that scar tissue, which creates more scar tissue, and it's painful. And I teach you and lecture you so that way you don't go through that stuff needlessly. It's always self-inflicted. Am I teaching you how to go through this without taking a loss? No. I'm teaching you how to avoid blowing your account. I'm teaching you how to endure drawdown and mitigate it, yes. But losing trades are going to come. The human aspect to this is not something you can avoid. You're going to do it wrong. That's where the losing trades come in. Not because the concepts are flawed. You saw it incorrectly. I authored this stuff, and sometimes I do it wrong. I get a case of the ass. I'm hopped up on goofballs. I want to prove something, there it is. It's done. I've invited some external stimuli into the decision-making mechanisms that cause me to push that trade on. And then when the adverse reaction comes, I'm not surprised by it, because I invited something outside. I've invited chaos in, and chaos does what? Shows up on time. So you don't want to be doing all of these things when you're in drawdown that promote speed, aggression, get back quickly, because all of that is the opposite of what you should be doing. And I've never really read a book that's, in my opinion, met how to deal with drawdown appropriately. Not to the degree like I'm talking about here. I can talk about this topic a lot because as a young man, I did my ass in a lot with dumb shit. Like, I'm not making this stuff up as I'm going along. I went through it. I know what it's like to feel like you're doing the right things, and know now, looking back, every aspect of those things I was doing, feeling like I was doing the right thing, hoping to fix the situation, the drawdown, or getting right back in real quick just because I had the money, the refund another account. That was the worst thing to do. How can you apply that today? If you had a funded account challenge and you passed it and you're funded, right? Or you open up an account and you're trading with real money. You made that decision on your own. I never tell you to do that. When do you know? When do you know when to make that transition? When you're bored with being consistent in your demo and you don't have any emotion at all. You don't care when you're right. You don't care when you got it wrong. That's the right mindset. That's the time when people should consider it, but not before. If you're antsy, excited about the win being right all the time, you're not ready, because you're bringing emotion into the monetary transaction of real fund trading. And you're going to be constantly concerned about the outcome on a scorecard or report card basis, profitable or not profitable. And if you're thinking like that, you're not thinking about following the model and the rule of being in that trade for the reasons you're supposed to be in that trade. You're looking at the profit and loss ticking up and down, watching the trade. Let me ask you this. When you put a trade on, how often does your eye go to what the profit and loss amount is? For some of you, if you're thinking to yourself, I'm always watching that shit, you're not ready to be trading with real money, because your focus is on that, not watching price. Is price constantly giving you feedback in its delivery? Are you on side? Are you off side? If you're watching the up and down movements of the ticker that tells you what you're making or losing while you're in the trade, you're distracted. I only have that up there so you can see it, that it was a button being pushed. When I trade, I don't have that up there. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm watching price. Is price going to my targets? Is price respecting the most recent 3 PD arrays that I want to see being supportive of price, whether the price is going higher or lower? I'm watching that shit. That's what matters to me. Because if I'm not paying attention to that, I'm not going to notice when it's telling me it's no longer a good trade. So either kill it or take something off. Remove risk. Compare and contrast that, knowing what you know about yourself and your attention span. If you're watching profit tick up and down, like, you know the game. When I was younger, I wanted to see, okay, all right, $200 more, it'll be $1,000. Okay. And you start talking to it. All right, come on, $1,000. Come on, baby, $1,000. Woo! $1,000. I promise. If it goes to $1,000, I'm going to get out. If it just gives me $1,000, please just give me $1,000. Now it's drawing down. It's down. It's only up $500. You were up $750, but you were wanting $1,000. Please just. All right, just get back to $750. Fuck it. I don't need $1,000. Just give me $750. I promise. If you just give me that, I'll get out. I swear to God Almighty. Just give me that. I'll get out. Now you're only up $250. What the fuck's going on? Where's my $1,000? Why can't I get $750? Fuck it. If it goes to $500, I'm getting out. Fuck this. It's a drawdown. Fuck this. Nobody knows how to make money. This is bullshit. This fucking broker did it to me again. There you go. That's it. That's retail 101. That happens because you're watching that ticker that shows you the profit and loss. The whole time, the chart's telling you, you're on the wrong side now. Hello? This open, high, low, and close bar here is telling you you're on the wrong side. It's in your face like a neon sign, but you're not seeing it because you're watching the money. Everybody falls victim to that. Everybody does. There's never been a trader that's come into this industry that never had that happen to them. They have had that happen. And sometimes the break-even traders that can't be profitable, the number one rule that helps them get past that, just always break even, is stop worrying about the money. Do not have that shit on your chart. Because if you're focusing on the money, you can't look at price. You set all these little milestones, little goals for yourself. You have a trade. You have a limit order that it's supposed to trade to. And all of a sudden you start worrying about a specific dollar amount because you can't stand to be in the trade. You're not submitting to the limit order being reached or the target being reached. You start looking at the profit and thinking to yourself, I ain't had a win in a while. I got to go on social media and show somebody something. Shit, I got to get that $1,000. $1,000, that's it's a band. I got to share that publicly. I don't need to get that $3,000 I'm really supposed to be holding for. And I can't really hold it because I'm impatient as fuck. So let me get that $1,000. And you enter that same situation I had as a young man with copper. You want that target. There's no reason for that actually happening now because the chart has changed direction. Price is going to go the other way. But damn it, this is your target. You're supposed to trade your plan and plan your trade, right? Okay, you're in the trade. You have a higher target. Your limit order is waiting if it goes up there to get you out. But notice what's happening here. You've allowed the concerns about money to hide what price is telling you. And now you're submitting to the fact that you don't have patience. That's a good thing. If you know that you can't hold on to the trade, kill it, because if you stay in it, you may experience that turnaround. If you know that you are not capable of sticking to that trade idea and it's now making you physically uncomfortable where you can't cope, it's not weakness to get out of that. You condition yourself to get out of it, and if it goes there, then you encourage yourself by saying, "Okay, see, if I would have stayed with it, it would have did that." But you didn't make the money, ICT. So that's fucking stupid, dude. You're acting like you go out there on your first run and getting all these targets, no partials. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, but that's dumb. You have to grow. You have to progress incrementally, and nobody walks out there doing full pulls. I don't give a fuck who you are, who'd you learn from. I'm the best, and my students don't go out there like that. I teach them partials. They got to get their little cookies along the way, and it grows over time their confidence. But when you feel that temptation to just bail on the trade, even when you're in profit, because you can't stand it. You just can't stand it. You don't know what's going to happen. You've lost the plot. You're no longer submitting to the trade idea. So you're in there doing what? Gambling, hoping and praying. Now you're a religious trader. Please let it get there. Who are you talking to? When you're talking to your monitor, who the fuck are you talking to? I don't know who I was talking to, but we're doing it, right? Please just let it get to 1,000. If it gets to 1,000, that'll be enough for me. You know damn well, if it goes to 1,000, you're going to think, shit, it might go to 1,200. But if I get out of 1,200, what if it went to $1,500? And then you're playing a game. Like you're fucking around. And some of you might be laughing your ass off right now because you've been there before, but it really shouldn't be funny. You should identify that moment where you have lost the plot of the trade. And as soon as you start thinking, I needed to do this. I needed to do this. You don't need shit but to get out of the trade. That's what you need to do. Because now you're on a hope and prayer. And hope and prayer, in that setting right there, your prayers are being answered. The price is telling you it's about to go the other direction. And you're not seeing it because you're looking at that profit ticker, the up and down fluctuation of your profitability, hoping that it gets to some random fucking number that has absolutely no reason for price that really reached there. But that's because that's what you want. That's your trophy. That's your cookie. You're reaching into the jar. You're constantly digging down in there, feeling for that last cookie. You want that last one, but it's not there. Carl's been there the fucking day before and got that last motherfucker. Sorry. Day late and a cookie short. Your $1,000 profit ain't getting delivered to you. And then what happens? It moves down a little bit and you lower it. Okay. I ain't going to get a full cookie, but there might be a half of that cookie left. You know what it's like when you get in the cookie jar. Some of them break. There ain't none left really, but let me just feel if there's any crumbs down there that I can put together and get some kind of a shit out of it. So you start making deals with yourself. Okay, if it goes to $7.50, I'll get out. I promise. Who are you promising? Who are you talking to? You're talking out your ass. Because you're not going to do that if it does it. So why are you doing it? You're pantomiming. You're talking out your ass. You're trying to pretend you have, the capability to follow through with a rule when you've already shown that you don't have that already. And you are doing what? You're speaking to a fucking computer screen that cannot hear you. It's not going to reason with you. Price is not going to say, well, you know what? I have been an asshole to you recently, and I've caused a lot of trades not to pay in your favor. So, listen, pal, it's no hard feelings. It's nothing personal. I'm going to give you something today. I'll throw you a bone. Here's $1,000. Let you get out your target. It ain't fucking happening like that. So why are you even going through the motions of doing this shit? Talking to the screen. Come on, please. Do this. Get the fuck out of here. You have lost the plot. Now, I have done many times, teasingly, either in my recording, sometimes I'll type out, it's teasing me, it won't go down there. And all of a sudden it goes right to my target and then fills me. That's not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying, I know where it's going. It's clearly being illustrated in the chart. I'm not on there saying, please, let this do. I know where it's reaching for. But you as a new student, new trader, you're going to be in a setting where you're in a trade. And it's going to be impossible for you to hold on to it. And I don't know really what goes on that creates that condition. I think it's just a matter of lack of experience, not knowing what you're looking for. And usually that creeps into your trading after you had a series of losing trades. So finally, when you get into something and you're impatient because you want that trade to run real quick to your target, and it might not be doing that. And it might be showing you it's actually reversing, but you don't have that perception or skill set because Number one, you're probably in drawdown, and everything you're looking at through price is distorted. So you're really not seeing things clearly. So the only thing that's clear to you is you want $1,000 out of that trade. And it's getting real close to flashing on it in your screen saying $1,000. But what you're saying is you're trying to fucking play a video game where you're going to try to time exiting when it gets to $1,000, because it might flash there 1,001 time and you didn't get off there. It could go there, flash one time and never be there. And then you're frustrated. So really what you're doing is you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. You're pantomiming like you know what you're doing. And you're trying to convince yourself with every ounce of your being, because you're talking to yourself. You're literally out of your fucking mind. You're talking to yourself and a computer screen that has no ability to understand or even reason with you. Think about that. It's fucking madness, right? But that's what you're doing. You're doing that. You're fucking talking to an inanimate object, your screen. And you're hoping and praying that it will listen to you. You're praying that that open, high, low, and closed bar is going to favor you and give you what you want. If you are talking to the marketplace like that, and you're literally praying that it does that, you've lost the plot. You have literally lost control of yourself. And the best thing to do is collapse the trade. That's the best thing. And yes, sometimes it'll run and go to your target. But guess what? You were already indicating that you were not willing to stay patient long enough for that to happen. So what are you learning by staying in that environment where you can't submit to it? And now you're begging and praying to the God of your screen to answer your prayer and give you $1,000 win, or whatever that target would be. Think about it. Staying in that environment is not teaching you anything. It's furthering this pursuit of things that are external instead of internal. You're seeing your body, your mind, give you indications that you are now in a position that's uncomfortable. Is there something wrong with you getting out when it was at 750? Because you don't think that it's going to go ultimately to your target and you don't have the patience to hold on to it? What's wrong with that idea of just collapsing the trade? Nothing. It's the same thing with a partial. They fucking pay every time, 100% of the time. They never fail. So when somebody comes behind this message that I'm giving you today, with no proof they fucking trade profitably, they can't call shit, they ain't done shit, but they're going to say, this is stupid, ICT said this dumb shit, blah, 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 blah. Counter it with you doing it live. How's that work for you? Okay? There's your challenge. Everybody's got talking shit about there, talking about me and my concepts. Go out there and start doing it better. I'll watch your live stream. And if you're good, I'll say so. And I'll bring people to your fucking shit. But if you're talking out your ass and you got nothing, bringing nothing to it, your opinion is moot. It's nothing. It's shit. Garbage. So when I'm telling you that you are wrestling now, and you don't know what you're going to submit to anymore, and now you just pull it out of your ass, well, I hope it flashes up this much money in my profit. If it does, I'll get out. That right there indicates to you, if you're thinking it and if you start talking it, you have lost control. That is the last sign that you are now mad. That's the confirmation that you're out of your fucking mind, because you're literally talking out loud, praying for something that you have no control over. And it's less than what you started the trade with. It's less than the target that started this whole idea of you bidding in the marketplace. So if you're now in this position where you're begging for the market to give that to you, and it starts moving away and you feel the impulse to lower it, okay, now just give me this. Fuck that. Get out. Just get out of that. And treat it like it's a partial and the balance just got stopped out at break even. That's how you wrestle with that. And you cancel it. You don't have any room for negative thinking about it. You don't beat yourself up about it. It is what it is. What did you do wrong? You fucking made money. You made money. You didn't get your $1,000. You made $750. Fuck it. $750 is better than not having $750. It's better than losing $750. Everything's about perception and how you think about it. And the books and the bullshit you listen to these people out there, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And that stupid logic they give you, you shouldn't take partials. You shouldn't pay yourself. That's what the fuck they're saying. Run the risk with your low probability bullshit of not getting your targets filled. It's all or nothing. Partials are stupid. That's someone telling you don't make money, and making money is dumb. That's the equivalent to that. You want to listen to that shit? Man, get the hell out of here. I ain't got time for that. That's some Mickey Mouse fucking logic right there. Don't take profits. Taking profits is stupid. The profits that are 100% payable all the time, they never fail to make its way into your bottom line on your statements. Okay. Next. Turn the channel if someone's talking like that. You're here learning how to read price. Why? Because you want to make fucking money. When the market offers that opportunity for you to take money out of it, you take it. Especially when you're inexperienced. Because you might just be in a run that's short-lived, and what you think is a target may not really pan out. And you can't just take, in the beginning, every trade and run with it until the brakes fall off it. You have to look at things objectively. Be reasonable with yourself. Acknowledge the fact that you're inexperienced. And hey, you know what? I may be fucking completely wrong about where this market's going to go. But guess what? It's offered me 10 handles. It's offered me 5 handles. I might be looking for 30. But let me take something at 5. Let me take something at 10. But you'll never be able to get that high multiple R payout, ICT, by doing that. In the beginning, you won't fucking be able to have that wherewithal to hold for it. So you grow in your knowledge and your experience getting to that level of trade. I have trades that I put on all the time, and I have a best case limit order. My students know this about me. I'm not always suggesting that this is exactly where the market's going to go. When there's an opportunity for it to go beyond what I think is reasonable, I put my limit order there, because sometimes you get these wild, crazy runs, and it's just nice to be able to catch that tiger by the tail. If you don't have your limit order there and it goes there, you can't make money with that. So I know that sometimes in my trades, I will be just outside of the range that's reasonable. But I'm taking partials along the way to prove to you that it's going in the right direction, and I don't need to see my full terminus target reached. And what am I teaching you? How to get paid, and you don't need to be right. That is the best way to learn. I wish I was trained that way as a young 20-year-old. I wish I would have been taught that. It would have saved me so many blown accounts, because there's lots of times I had trades that were in my favor, and I held for the fucking target, took nothing off, and they reverse and come back and stop me out in a loss. Don't ever let a winning trade ever turn onto you and make a net loss. If the market's moving and it gives you 5 handles, take something off. But what happens if I'm only trading 1 contract? Take your fucking trade off. Grow in your knowledge and your experience until you get to able to find the 10 handle runs, and you can not feel the impulse to take off at 5, and you submit yourself to what? Lock in 2 handles and reach for the 10. If it comes back and stops you out at 2, okay, no problem. You took a partial at 2 and stopped out on break even. That's how you look at it. It's all about perception. But when you go in and you listen to these Mickey Mouse mentors sitting around on their fucking computer screens, their fucking backs showing in their displays, and they don't know anything. You never see them trading. They got a lot of shit to say about everybody else in their private circles, but they ain't got the balls to do it publicly. Don't take partials. This guy's a fraud. This guy's a bunch of bullshit, blah, blah, blah. When you listen to that dumb logic, you're going to have stunted growth. You won't have results that you can grow and feel confident with, which is necessary in this industry. It's not an overnight success for anybody. Wasn't for me. Wasn't for me. And it won't be for you. You're going to learn a lot about yourself, the things that you're going to bring to this as a problem, but you won't think it's a problem. And what's funny is men that come into this industry that think they have certain skill sets or strengths in their personal characters, that's usually the thing that fucks them up. Oh, I'm confident. And you're overconfident, and that's how you blow your account. The only skill set that I think is interesting that still causes problems is the people that say they're very patient. They end up becoming too patient and they wait too long. The move starts happening because they're patiently waiting for something perfect. And perfect, in the beginning when you're learning, you can't identify that. You don't know what it is. Over time, spending time with me and teaching what price delivery is like, where it should go, why it should do it, then obviously you can recognize what precision and precise perfection in price delivery is. And you try to operate with that over time. But in the beginning, you don't try to force precision at all in the beginning. It's forgiving. You give yourself, wait for the run, wait for the retrace, wait for the fair value gap, then get in. You didn't get at the high. You didn't get in at the highest high, at the turtle soup, false breakout. You're waiting for that displacement, then retracement up into a premium, and you're looking to go short. And you aim for consequent encroachment and the low of the fair value gap. That's your sweet spot. That's that optimal entry within a fair value gap. Because we always have to make an allowance for that fair value gap not to be entirely filled in. And when it doesn't fill in, that is very powerful insight. Because if it's expected to go lower and it doesn't fill in that fair value gap and then starts to break and run away, oh man, that's when you want to make your partials a little bit further lower, because it's probably going to do a lot more than you thought it was going to be. Chances are your first profit is probably not the right one. It's going to probably go a lot more. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Your final profit, your first profit or partial should always be reasonable. 5 or 10 handles if it's the ES. If it's 4X, 10 pips, 15 pips, 20 pips, something in that range, you should be looking for your first partial. But the idea of demanding precision or holding for your full target in the beginning, anybody tells you that's what you should be trying to do right from Jump Street beginning, that's someone that's guaranteed not consistently profitable. They're not consistent. They're not confident in themselves. And they're just making allowances for their inability to do themselves, but they want to coach people from the sidelines and seem smart. Because the idea is if they're talking like that and they're not promoting anything publicly, showing that they can do it, showing that they can call it beforehand, explaining beforehand, the misnomer is, well, this person has a lot of people following him and he says this is what we should do. What's going to be commonly viewed, that's how he trades and therefore he's successful. When you don't see anything like that. No proof to suggest that's even the case at all. When I'm telling you that I am precise, I'm proving that I'm precise, and my students are doing it too. I'm telling you to take partials. Why? Because I want you to trust your progressive learning, how you're moving up in your understanding. In the beginning, you're going to have doubts, and that's normal. You're going to have a lack of confidence, and that's normal. And you overcome those things with these little baby steps of paying yourself at logical places like I'm teaching. It feels a whole lot better learning and not getting your target filled, but still getting something out of the move. And you were rewarded. You put time and energy and attention into that idea and you watched it pan out. And if it fails and goes all the way against you, you're going to feel like this is bullshit. Nobody makes money and I'm not going to be successful with it. So why bother? Why study with this bullshit? There's too much ICT videos to go through. Fuck this. I'm not doing it. So I teach you to reward yourself. Pay yourself that cookie. You're in the jar digging for one. So take one. And when you do that, if it comes back and stops you out at break even, does it really hurt? No. That's why I teach it that way. You remember what? You had a positive payment coming out in your demo. That rewards your time and study. Because in your mind, you're thinking, if this was real money and this is all that happened, I still made money. I don't need to be right. Bingo! Bingo. That's the proper mindset. And the people that teach outside that way of delivery and progressive learning are fucking clueless. That's why you don't see anybody learning how to be profitable with them. You don't see them stepping forward and saying, here you go, I'm making money, look at this. Because they're using logic that's fucking short on logic that makes money. And I just don't have a tolerance for that shit. If something's right and it makes money, who am I to say otherwise? But I'm sorry. I can't bite my tongue when I hear these fucking asshats, these chuckle fuck motherfuckers that out there talking out their ass, saying dumb shit. React to price. Your job's not to predict where price is going to go. Don't take partials. Take your full target because the risk you put on doesn't justify the partials. Get the fuck out of here. You're talking to somebody or listening to somebody that probably has less than a 50% strike rate. Get the fuck out of here. You're not even in the same conversation with us. We're not doing 50% around here. We're not flipping quarters. That's 50 fucking 50. We're not 50-50 here. Okay? We're not doing that. That's unacceptable. Period. You should be aiming and living in a 70% strike rate. That's your fucking goal. Are you going to hit that rate out of the box? Nope. Are you going to get that in your first year? Nope. A few years from now, you will be. You're going to know when the shit is not favorable for you to be trading and it's high probability and high resistance is not lining up. It's going to be conflicting. So you'll stay out of the marketplace. You want low resistance and high probability. You'll identify when the market's like that. And then you will be in that moment trading with your maximum risk there. Not, I need something to happen because I'm in drawdown. I'm going to trade with maximum leverage in high resistance liquidity and low probability conditions because I'm in drawdown. I got to fix it. And maybe if I pray hard enough, the screen will give me what I'm asking for. And then you blow your account. Many of you that are brand new probably never thought about it like this because you haven't been doing it long enough. And it doesn't resonate with you. It just sounds like, a pointless rant. Emotional, talking points that don't have any relevance to you. But I promise you, the people that have been trading, they understand exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. They've been there. And I guarantee you they can appreciate this level of discussion because now it makes perfect sense how they messed up, how to avoid it going forward, and they wish they would have known it beforehand. The same thing that you're hearing right now and not appreciating because you haven't traded with real money yet. You haven't gone through these growth periods where it's growing pains. And you all go through growing pains. Growth and understanding is going to come to you in this industry through pain. And you want to avoid it. I replied to somebody this morning when I tweeted that my son went into drawdown on Friday. And it's the best thing he can have. And the surest way to reinforce following rules is experiencing pain. And the gentleman, I'm assuming it was a gentleman, says, how do we avoid those painful experiences? You go through them. You walk forward without quitting. That's what you do. Because what you're saying is, as a trader, how do I avoid losing? I don't have an answer for that. No one is going to have an answer for that. There is no 100% strike rate ever. It's not going to happen. I can't produce that for you. I can't teach that to you. I don't promise that to you. But what I do promise is that you will learn how to read price action more clearly than anything else out there can teach you. And at some point, here's where the gray area is, okay? At some point, when you get really, really good and consistent with being able to read price action, and you get bored with being correct in your analysis and the market painting in your favor, and you have no emotional stimuli attributed to it, you don't care. You don't have any kind of reaction that's either happiness or regret. It's just, you know what's going to happen, you know how you're going to react to it, and you expected that to happen anyway. At that moment, it's going to happen for all of you at a different time, much longer than you want it to. I promise you that. But when you reach that moment where it's like that for you, then at that moment, you can consider trading with live funds when you decide so. But any time prior to that, I promise you, you are not prepared. You're rushing to do something, and you're falling in line with these people that talk about trading with real money to learn how to trade. And that's the stupidest fucking shit anybody could say in this industry at all. It's fucking dumb. It's dumb. The only thing you're doing is guaranteeing you that you're going to feel what my son feels now. Regret. Scar tissues formed. He's going to make him scared to take the next trade. Even when the trade's good, he's going to be importing all of that toxicity because he lost. He lost when he didn't really lose anything. It's a simulated environment. But in his mind, because he's new, he thinks he lost about $4,000. So it's monumental to him. And in every trade he takes going forward now, he's going to have the fear and anxiety of, is it going to lead to that again? And that's what happens when you listen to these people tell you to learn how to trade, not in a demo, but with a live account. That is the dumbest fucking shit. Dumb. Don't listen to that. I don't give a fuck who makes fun of me because I'm teaching in a demo. I'm responsible. I am responsible as a mentor. I'm telling you that this shit will hurt you. You want to have training wheels on. You want to have your safety fucking belt on. Helmets, fucking football pads, shin guards, every fucking thing, a mouse fucking piece. Because this fucking market will kick your fucking ass. You get in there trying to Mickey Mouse with it. You don't know what you're doing? And you're going to risk money? That little bitty account that you said you're going to learn how to trade in, be offside in front of CPI number coming out. That little account is going to be a big fucking account with a negative sign right in front of it. Hello, you owe us some fucking money that you don't have.